This is Alore Radio, transmitting from GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. This is the World News. I am Olukemi Omotosho. First, the highlights. Makinde charges Oyo civil and public servants to show commitment to work. Oyo explores avenues to boost tourism, hosts maiden edition of Iyake Festival. Oyo Subeb promises to end out-of-school manias in Oyo State. And Buhari seeks passage of 2021 finance bill. From the foreign scene, Biden to inform Putin that he will face toughest sanctions yet if he invades Ukraine. Now the news in details. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has charged the civil and public servants in the state to be committed to their work. He also admonished them to sustain ethics of the service. The governor, who was speaking through the secretary to the state government, SSG, Mrs. Olubamiwo Adeosun, said that his administration has trained over 9,000 civil and public servants to enhance service delivery. The statement by the chief press secretary to the governor, Taiwo Adisa, quoted governor as saying that his administration will continue to train and retrain the state's workforce to enhance its performance in order to engender high productivity. The statement indicated that Makinde gave the charge while speaking at the training workshop organized by the Ministry of Establishments and Training for Civil and Public Servants held at the Ibadan Business School, or Old Bodija, Ibadan. He maintained that the civil service is the engine room of any administration, hence the need to train and retrain the state workforce in order to enhance their performance towards high productivity of the service. In the meantime, the Oyo State government also over the weekend hosted tourism enthusiasts at the maiden edition of the Iyake Festival, saying it is intensifying efforts to create avenues to boost the tourism sector in the state. Speaking at the festival held at Ado-Awaye, the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosun, stated that the state has identified over 167 tourist sites in the state, vowing that the state is ready to exhibit sites and prepare the state for tourists. Olatunbosun stressed that the Ado-Awaye suspended lake and the Idire Hill have been identified as the most visited tourist sites, noting that this had encouraged the state government to look into the sector. The commissioner also pointed out that the state government has continued to encourage investors, adding that a public-private partnership plan would also help in the development of the sector. He further advised potential investors to come forward as the state government is ready to collaborate with them in promoting the tourism sector in Oyo State. Also, the Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board, Oyo Subeb, has expressed its commitment to eradicate the menace of out-of-school children in the state, adding that concrete measures have been put in place to get the school-age children off the streets. The executive chairman, Oyo Subeb, Dr. Nureni Adeniro, made the statement after he claimed an award of exemplary performance award by the State Council of Nigeria Union of Journalists. He said the implementation of better education service delivery for all program, BESTA, an initiative of the federal government through the Universal Basic Education Commission in collaboration with some state governments, has changed the ugly trend of school children roaming the streets in Oyo State. Adeniran also maintained that the initiative is geared towards ensuring that the number of out-of-school children is drastically reduced while improving literacy among school-age children in Nigeria. Dr. Adeniran, however, thanked Governor Seyi Makinde, who he noted is primarily concerned about the education sector in Oyo State, stressing that his interest has helped the state in making significant progress in eradicating the menace. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, has today transmitted the 2021 Finance Bill to the Senate for consideration and passage. Senate President Ahmad Lawan read the letter on the floor of the upper chamber during the plenary. The letter was titled Transmission of Finance Bill 2021 to the National Assembly for consideration and passage into law in support of the 2022 budget. The letter also entailed that the Finance Bill 2021 seeks to support the implementation of the 2022 federal budget of economic growth and sustainability by proposing key reforms to specific taxations, customs, excise, fiscal, and other relevant laws. According to the President, the bill provides for enhanced domestic revenue mobilization efforts to increase tax and non-tax revenue. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden is set to inform Russian President Vladimir Putin in a video conference later today that Russia and its banks could be hit with the toughest economic sanctions yet if it invades Ukraine. U.S. officials released this statement, adding that the sanctions, which could target Russia's biggest banks and Moscow's ability to convert rubles into dollars and other currencies, were designed to dissuade Putin from using tens of thousands of troops massed near the Ukrainian border to attack its southern neighbor. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, however, explained that Russia was looking for good, predictable relationship with the United States and never intended to attack anyone. He, however, called for calm, adding that it was vital that Putin and Biden speak, given that he called the extraordinary escalation of tensions in Europe. To end the world news, once again the highlights. Makinde charges Oyo civil and public servants to show commitment to work. Oyo explores avenues to boost tourism. Host maiden edition of Iyake Festival. We also brought to you that Oyo Subeb promises to end out-of-school manias in Oyo State, while President Muhammadu Buhari seeks passage of 2021 Finance Bill. And from the foreign scene, Biden to inform Putin that he will face tougher sanctions yet if he invades Ukraine. That ends the world news. You can like and share on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Alore Radio. On YouTube, it is Alore Radio. Our website remains www.aloreradio.com and mobile apps available on Play Store. The studio lines is 09039853731. I am Olukemi Omotosho. Thanks for listening.
ọgbà tí àṣejìnà lòdì ìrànjẹ làwọn aláṣejòkó tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa jẹ ọba ni wọ́n ṣe gàyà díẹ̀ ná ìlú ló láṣẹ ẹjẹ́ ìlú ó jẹun náà ìdí nìyí tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀tọ́ ìlú là ń fowó ìlú ṣe nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ̀rí bí ní ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wa ṣe ń jògèrè LAUTECH ti tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ilé ìwòsàn alábọ́dé bíi 40 ló ti wẹ̀wọ̀ ọ̀tún pẹ̀lú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tòun tòògùn àti irinṣẹ́ tó kójú owó iṣẹ́ sì ti fẹ́ẹ̀ parí pẹ̀lú lórí 100 míì jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ààbò tó dájú ohun amáyédẹrùn ní ìṣokùnfà ìdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá láwùjọ òun náà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fi wà nípò kẹta nínú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí ń pawó wọlé jùlọ lábẹ́lé nílẹ̀ wa ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ló ti láǹfààní ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà ti gbàlódé táṣeyọrí yìí ó sì jẹ́ kó ń jẹ́ sùn wà bọ̀ láìpẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ń gbowó wọn lásìkò pápá àṣírí Adámàsìngbà àtàwọn inú ojú pópó tí ń sòrú dọ̀sán ńkọ́ àwọn ìlú ti sọ pásì ìwádùn níṣèjọba yìí fi ń mọrírì gbogbo àwọn aláṣẹ gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ló ń sọ fún wa pé pẹ̀lú ìṣọ̀kan wa oòrùn tó kù lókè yìí ó táṣọ ọgbẹ.
iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.